Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War. Last time around we fought the Persians in Mesopotamia, but as I said, I wasn't gonna continue that war because it was just way too much and there wasn't really gonna be that much gain. I don't really think that I need a secondary place to attack. What I could do is I could probably just land at one of these ports and attack them from there with it if I wanted to open up another front. I already got two big armies ready to pour into the Mughal Empire. However, before I was able to move Braddock's army down to the port and send him to India to declare war on them, the Turks declared war on me again. Well, that's not entirely correct, because other nation actually declared war on me beforehand. Oh yeah, here we've got the Greek nation state, which has been created now, which controls 3 regions, all the way here from Constantinople down to Petras here. And so far they've actually allied with the Ottomans. I thought maybe they would go ahead and declare war on them, but they're allies with them. Although they're not at war with me, so the alliance came after that. The other plan which I had was, well, part of this was, or part of my attacking the Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire has a province here, and so I marched this army, which is entirely made up of the garrison troops we had here. We're marching up there together with Elliot Compton. However, as I said, there was another nation declared war on me, and it is the Genoese, or Genoa, that's declared war on me. And I kinda knew there was gonna be a problem giving the Genoese as much land as I gave them here. Well, technically I gave them 2 regions, Lombardy and Naples. But that was enough because they already had Corsica, and of course their home province of Genoa, and then they had Morocco. And now they've taken Gibraltar. They destroyed the what's it called? The army I had there, which was an army. Why did I destroy this? I was gonna build something else here. I think I was gonna build a shipyard instead of a trade port, or maybe I was gonna build a trade port instead of a shipyard. We do have somewheres maybe to get out of here, so let's build. I think it was a fishery or something. So let's build a trade port. Anyways, I had trouble playing this battle. It kept crashing, so I was forced to auto-resolve it, and that broke down the army and destroyed it. The Spanish are on my side in this war. And to conclude the overview of what the situation is currently at, is that there's been some invasions of my retarded cousin, the 13 colonies. So the Prussians we knew about, but then Charleston, Carolina was invaded by the Ottomans, and so the Ottomans have taken Charleston. And there is where we are right now. I think the battle at Charleston is the one that's coming first. We'll see about getting Elliot Compton through the Venetians and their land, so you can attack Lombardy. But there's a lot of stacks there, and it's one of those battles which I know is gonna crash, because there's currently basically 3, actually, well, more like 4 full stacks, which would be, what, 160 units, which probably comprises about 50,000 men, which is just a no-no. So maybe instead he could go through here and attack Naples, and then this army could be boarded onto the ship and to attack Corsica. And so we're going to take a lot of places from these. What I read in them about constructing nations is actually it's a lot easier to do if I give all the lands I've conquered to the Plains Nation, then I declare war on the Plains Nation, destroy them, and then just as what happened when I took over the main region of Spain, the rest of the regions will rebel And so the entirety will turn into their own factions if they have any. And that's a lot easier to manage, I think. Because it will go all on one go. And I don't have to have this build-up of rebellion going through and hike the taxes and so forth. So that's a lot easier way, I think. And also I can do it on a lot of provinces at the same time. So we'll hopefully have tons of these independent nations turning up. I know Naples is one of them. We'll see about the other one. I might keep Corsica, just because. But looking at it right now, the battle which we have ahead of us is the Battle of Charleston, as Flynn Beckford readies his colonial army to attack. I was gonna maybe wait for Guy Pitts to turn up, and then I could outrust all this and I could continue on. But I think we're gonna strike here and see how my army of mostly colonial troops, how they will fare against the Ottomans. So without further ado, let's strike, and strike hard. So they've got one of those nasty cannons which we need to keep an eye on. And then they only got about 1,000 men in reinforcements, so the reinforcements aren't that bad. Right, let's go ahead and autosave, and then play the battle. And here we have my army composition. The Ottomans have set up within the outskirts of Charleston, but I intend to, well, first of all, we've got the cannons here ready to fire down upon the village. Then we've got the 5th Northumberland Fusiliers, and in front of them we've got the Hessian Grenadiers, and in front of them we've got the selected marksmen, Fraser's Rangers. As the main force of this army is a lot of Hessian Grenadiers, we got Hesse-Kessel Grenadiers, and a ton of them to be the main line. And behind them, we've got some Scottish line infantry. And here we have the howitzers. It's a smaller caliber, and you can see also that they have less guns than the later versions I have for my bigger European armies. These only have 4 howitzers per unit rather than 5, which is the standard now for most of my armies. And over on this side, we've got the Queen's Rangers backed up by the 2nd Regiment of Dragoons, so the 16th Light Dragoons is the actual unit. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start this. Maybe the howitzers should fire something else than round shot. Gonna fire explosive shells. The Ottomans do not actually intend to... They haven't actually set up within the village. They are outside of it, or set up their defenses beyond the village. There's a lot of cavalry here. There's a lot of cavalry. Which means that we probably need these guys to come more towards the center and place their spikes in front of our friendly forces. It's better that you hold your fire here in the start. Fraser's Rangers, probably best to set up the spikes already, since we're going to be more of a defensive position here on the hill. Let's get these guys down here. And then, since the enemy is not coming down, I mean, they're not, we don't really have to go down to face the enemy. We're gonna spread out along here. Okay, maybe the Grenadiers will actually be held behind the Northumberland Fusiliers, because the Northumberland Fusiliers cannot throw grenades like the Hessian Grenadiers can. I have in other armies I have a lot of Grenadiers that can't throw grenades, which is a bit disappointing. But for these armies, my Grenadiers can actually throw grenades, which is very good. Now deploy your stakes. Selected marksmen. making sure that we can dig in here against all that cavalry. And then the 5th, the Northumberland Fusiliers, is getting into position. We'll try to move the skirmishers as much as possible into the flanks. We've got a large amount of enemy cavalry on this side. So we're going to prepare to put down spikes in a preparation for their attack on this flank. The howitzers are firing towards them. Shots bursting overhead. The skirmishers have done their part. Thing though is I'll probably actually move them towards the flanks. See if you can maybe get one shot off there. Boom, nice. No, you actually didn't kill that many. But then get you towards the flanks. There we go. Northumberland Fusiliers are opening fire. Kind of strange to see a lot of camel units in North America. Right, these guys should be ready. Deploy your stakes. And then these guys. Did I forget? Yeah, of course I did. Make sure to tell these guys not to fire at will. The guys behind. A lot of these Mamelukes are able to get through. So it seems that either the accuracy of my men is kind of bad, or it's just the terrain of North America with so many... Oh shit! What is this? There's a... How did they fire like that? They fired like a bloody... I don't know what to call it. Oh, and here they come. Here comes the cavalry. Impaling themselves. And then riding straight into massive amounts of fire from my men. And they're gonna trail through here. What do we have here? Armenian archers. Well, they're not gonna charge. Which means that my skirmishers can advance. Can form light formation. Move up and open fire. Cavalry units are breaking down. And on this side, it looks like the enemy cavalry is coming to attack. We're going to move these guys back. Not having them out there trying to get them killed. And instead the Hessian Grenadiers can open fire upon them. There's no way we're going to start any maneuvers until all the enemy cavalry has been destroyed. Who told you that you are allowed to move from your position, and especially in such a retarded way? No one, I believe. No one. Massive cavalry charge going in over here. But as we can see, they're running onto the spikes and running into gunfire. And really no one will be left here. Terrible charge by the Mamluks, losing tons of men. And as soon as they're gone, I can actually start advancing towards the village. On this side, however, we've got lines, and so we are fighting here. Northumberland Fusiliers fighting with all different kinds of Ottoman soldiers. I'm hoping that we're... God, I'm not entirely sure why they're moving like that. You know, get rid of them. Blow this shit out of them. Well, they're pretty much done for, so what we can do is we can get these guys out. And I want these guys to come in the flank. And then, since this line has done so much firing, we're going to move up the Scots. So we're going to move up the Scots to be attacking the village and the troops that we can see right here. On this side we are beating the enemy back. Why don't you go into more skirmish formation and then move forwards. Northumberland Fusilier are holding here. The thing is, throwing the grenades often kill a lot of my own, so maybe just a bayonet charge to support the Northumberland Fusiliers is in order. A lot of these guys are stuck back there, sort of kind of impaled themselves. Right, so the Scots are out. We've got a large unit of Mamluks coming on though. Bloody Mamluks. They're charging. Scottish units forced to form square. Let's see if we can get these guys maybe even up here so they can start shooting at some of these, holding them for these lines to get ready. You can drop your square and then move quickly up here to start firing upon the enemy. This unit really needs to go, and then maybe you can turn towards those two. Come on, get rid of this one. It's about to give way. Right, I want you even closer. Okay, the Mamluks here are gone. Drop the line and move up to deal with this unit. And then you guys, seeing as though you're now in the rear ranks, you will hold your fire. Very nice volleys here by the Scottish line infantry. Not entirely sure why they stopped there. I don't think this unit will be able to do much damage to the Scots. This one's going to get some good volleys in, I thought. What are you doing? Fire on that unit. Absolute morons. Go on. There we go. Second rank! What are we doing? What are you waiting for? There's one guy reloading. There's one guy in second rank reloading. Oh, he was actually first rank, I'm not entirely sure why they waited for him. The Ottoman unit was utterly defeated. This one soon to follow. What's happening over here? Coming into the flank here of Fraser's Rangers. Can I possibly get you guys to throw grenades there? Forwards! Handgranaden! Go on then. He's in Turkish. Boom! Away with you! And now open fire upon them. Yeah, we broke them. What's this? One of my units. One grenadier unit here. Oh. One Hessian grenadier unit. Unfortunately, having stood in the front ranks for too long, in front of our own fire, they were forced to retreat. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're still throwing grenades, or you're still... oh, you're still targeting one of the enemy units. That's what... oh, this same for this one Scottish unit. We got Armenian archers. What do we have back here? General's bodyguard. Armenian archers. Right, let's get these two Scots to go against that one. And then get you to turn up like that. And why don't we get these guys then to continue the advance towards the hills. The skirmishers will come here and open up on the desert warriors. And now howitzers will hold fire. I don't think a lot of enemies are within reach at this point, so we'll switch to round shot, and that just barely gives us enough range to hit the few other units. Thing is, this cannon, lucky for us, it hasn't fired for some reason. You can see a lot of the enemy is retreating at this point. Even the company of rangers, in 19 men left, and they beat away the Tartars. Kind of strange how the Ottomans managed to. Where the hell did they find Tartars in North America? Can we get shots over here? No. We'll have to fire round shots on this unit. These Armenian archers. Let's see, the skirmishers should be in range to open up on the desert warriors pretty soon. It's a shame. I wish I had like a town battle going on, which would probably have happened if the Turks were all in there, but they had really too many cavalry units. And then they started behind the village. Then I was hoping they were going to start inside of it. Fire! Very interesting strategy here by the Armenian archers. And then of course the Armenian archers are only manned with, they've only got a knife next to the what's it called? The little bow they've got. They've only got a little knife next to it. Right, these Armenian archers, shoot them down. This unit's quite depleted. Let's see if we can get it to come against these bastards. And then I want the 16th of the Hesse-Kessel Grenadiers to move over there. You guys should open fire along that line. Why are you not firing? You're just out of range. So you need to move up just a little bit to be in range to fire on the desert warriors. And then this Scottish unit can march towards that artillery unit. Same with this one. And then the 3 grenadiers will just march straight through here and then on to these archers. Is that the yeah, that's the reinforcements coming up. What are you guys firing at? No, this unit, possibly. There's no units really within range anymore. For the cannons there is a few. Hold your fire. Maybe you can fire this shot on some of the retreating men. I don't think we need to mobilize any more men. We can just have the ones I already have marching. These two. I want you on the other side of the village. I'm surprised they don't leave their... Well, maybe that will be kind of silly of them to leave their defensive position to go out and deal with the Queen's Rangers, because the Queen's Rangers would just scatter off to the sides and harass them, and they wouldn't be protected any longer by the defensive position that they held before. Let's see, did they unlimber the gun? No, they did not. I want you guys to prepare a bayonet attack on that unit. Oh shit. Feladin troops were hiding. Fall back. And then this one needs to come to that one's aid. rather quickly, because now we've got cavalry coming down. I don't think we're going to be able to fire off a volley on the Felaidin. They're coming on pretty strong. A trap set by the Turks. Clever bastards. Yeah, we're not going to be able to fire a volley. Form square. This unit, however, might just be able to, if they were facing the right way. Okay, is everyone? Oh, what they're doing now? Form like that. Okay, the Felaidin is following these guys. You know what? There's nothing for it. Countercharge them. I said countercharge, not run away. Stand and fight. Hold the square. What's this? Oh yeah, I forgot about the grenadiers. Fine, just melee charge them. You're already kind of out there. Drop your square. Why don't you have fire on will on? And then prepare to open fire upon the enemy. What? They're running from the Felaidin. I told you to attack them, not to... Fine, form bloody square then. And fight the enemy off. I'm not entirely sure. These guys seem to be losing against the Felaidin. The Felaidin are pretty... It's a pretty tough warrior group. Let's get this unit up behind and see if we can push some volleys into the back of the Felaidin and break them that way. The Hessian Grenadiers have done their job together with the skirmishers. I think what we'll do is we'll actually move up the skirmishers at this point to continue to support the Grenadiers. Grenadiers, however, have lost quite a few men. But let's continue. Oh, they've got American infantry mercenaries with them. Bloody traitors, I'd say. Come on, I want you guys to bloody well open fire on the Felaidin. Okay, you're not going to do that and form square. There's a lot more enemies than I thought there would be. The howitzers do not reach. The cannons probably can if they switch to round shot. Yeah, now they can fire. We're gonna have to get all of these guys to march over there, because we're starting to lose people up here. Ah, nice. The thing though, this unit is kind of depleted, so it will try to get into the house. There's a lot of these Armenian archers. They really like their Armenian archers, the Turks. We've got another unit of grenadiers. If I could get some grenades thrown in among there, that would be really nice. Why? Oh, they throw the grenades way too early. What's this? Building captured. That's good. Can I get you guys to actually throw grenades once you're in reach? Yeah, they go into the house. Nope, no. Hold the house and then fire out from it. Come on, throw your grenades. Here we go. That will break the bastards. And then follow that up with a bayonet charge. Okay, so our grenadiers that attacked here against the American infantry guys, mercenaries, lost. You know what? I have cavalry. Cavalry! Hurry! How's it going over here? We've got troops in the house firing out and Scots here are not ready just yet to open fire. You know what? We got more cavalry coming in here. That we can get onto these guys. Slay them. I'm not entirely sure if this is going too well on this front right here. We really need those cavalrymen to come up here. I mean, they're probably good grenadiers, but just the sheer size of Armenian archers they're fighting against is probably a bit too much. Same with what's happening over here. These guys not really liking the situation. Where's the cavalry I sent for? It's coming. But it might be too late. What was that? Oh, did they actually fire that crazy thingamajiggy? Okay, I want you guys to right through. And maybe since they're dragoons... Ah, crap. We've got the Scottish Line Infantry is retreating. This one, though, is holding. But 67 men stuck in a house. We've got a nasty thing there, but... I think we can get around it. How about you actually retreat inside? Okay, you're ready? Dragoons. They've fired. Then they charge. They've fired. I'm waiting for these guys to fire. They fired. Then you can charge. And once they charge, these guys start breaking. These will probably break pretty soon. These guys have already broken. Get these guys to support. Get the enemy off that house. The light horse fighting here. The enemy's only got daggers, so I'm pretty shocked to see the enemy has actually taken down some of my blood dragoons. Scots holding on in the house, doing good work. Right, the dragoons have managed to get through. And we are victorious. Charleston is now ours. And here we have the statistics of the battle. The Ottoman had a whopping force of 12,000 men against our 7,000, but we soundly beat them with only 260 men remain within their army. And so Charleston is ours, and what little the Ottomans had in North America, they lost it very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that they didn't even have, I was gonna say they didn't have time to change any of the infrastructure, but they did. Lots of pleasure gardens. Not really gonna need that. This plantation is going to have to be upgraded to a... You know what? I could tear it down and then build it up to a steam-powered one, but we'll leave it as it is. Not entirely sure what we'll do with this region the Prussians have. Maybe I can buy it off the Prussians. And then we have Williamsburg, Virginia. And then what we just need is 1, 2, 3, 4 more regions. And then we have everything. Thing is, I held in New York and I held Pennsylvania. So, if I had never let those two go, I'd basically almost have all of it. And... let's go ahead and turn and see what happens next. And there we are back after I've ended the turn. Not a lot did actually happen. No one attacked us. Nothing major occurred. So, but at the same time, I took a look at the time of this episode, and I think we're gonna end it right here. The thing which I want to end off on is the fact that, well, we want to continue our war with Genoa, because I think that's necessary. But I really don't want to keep fighting the Ottomans. It's, we're not going to gain anything from it. I've marched Braddock over here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll completely destroy them and then let them rebuild. Or let them restart as a nation, and maybe then they will not be as adamant at going against us. But we'll see. The main point is that we want to kill off the Genoans. Also, I noticed one thing, that even though the French currently have a full stack force protecting Paris, the Paris populace is angry. They're very unhappy with the situation, and so we could see a revolutionary France, which I wanted to see for quite some time. North America, I tried to buy Virginia off the Prussians. I offered them all the technologies I could currently give, plus £500,000. Still, they said no. They rather go with a deal with I gave them 2 technologies and they gave me £7,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they're being so stupid. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.